Hey y'all, Food on a Dime here. Big taste, small budget. Today I'm here at my friend Amanda Shaniqua's house, and I got her son, my godson, Kason. Say hey.
Hi y'all, I'm Mr. Kason.
So Kason, what are we going to be preparing today to eat? Is it chicken Alfredo or chicken lasagna?
Chicken lasagna.
Chicken Alfredo lasagna. I'm going to see you in the kitchen in a few minutes, and I can't wait. I got Amanda Shaniqua here today, and what we're going to eat today?
We're doing chicken Alfredo lasagna with green peas.
Man, this is so good. I mean, I had it a couple weeks ago. That's why we're here today to tell the world about this experience, about what we're doing today, and how much we love eating Alfredo. All right, Amanda, so what's the first step we got here today?
Well, we've actually got to dice up these chicken breasts.
Okay. And how did you come up? Is this a recipe from Pinterest or Food Network or something that you created?
It was actually one that we wanted chicken Alfredo one night, and I was all out of angel hair pasta because we like angel hair, and had lasagna noodles, and that was about it. So we just kind of made it work.
You guys, when I say this is fantastic, you go hear me say this in every bit of this show.
Alright, so we're just going to dice up this other piece of chicken, and I like to cut off the fat. I don't really like biting into this, so we just kind of cut it off, and we do a small dice on it so that they're bite-sized pieces when you go to eat it. And you could use, I prefer boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You could use chicken thighs. You could use a pre-cooked rotisserie chicken, or if you have like grilled chicken left over from the night before, you could also use that as well. Alright, so we've got our diced chicken here, and I've got it in about a tablespoon of butter. We seasoned it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Not too much, just enough to give it a little flavor. And the chicken looks like it's about cooked, but I want it to brown up some because that's where the flavor is going to come from. So we're going to wait until all this evaporates. Alright, and as you can see now, the chicken is starting to brown up. It's just about done. I just want a little more brown on it before we are done cooking the chicken. Alright, so we've got a pot of water here, and we're going to add in our green peas.
I love some good green peas.
Pour it all in. Whole bag. Alright. And now we're going to add just a little bit of salt. Just adding the salt to the water will help bring out the sweetness in the peas.
So, Amanda, we're going to put the cheese in.
We're getting there.
All right.
We're getting there.
Alright,
so we're going to go ahead and start the Alfredo sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And will you grab both sticks of butter out of there, please?
Absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and put them in the pot.
Y'all, I did wash my hands, so clean hands.
And I have got some minced garlic. You could use garlic powder if you want, but I like the flavor of fresh garlic. And take a nice helping of garlic and put it in there. That's probably about a tablespoon and a half. Alright, so we've got about a tablespoon and a half of butter in here, and we're just going to let it melt. We're going to add just a little salt, not much. Maybe like a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. And just a little bit of pepper. And now we are going to give it a little whisk. So let the butter melt. Alright, so we have our melted butter here that's now infused with the garlic. And we're going to take our heavy cream. We've got 2 sticks of butter in here. And this is 1 quart of heavy cream. And it's on very low heat. You don't want to scorch the cream. We're going to do all of that heavy cream in there. It's going to look like a lot of liquid, but once you're assembling it, you're going to need this for the pasta to cook because it's oven ready. Alright, It's come back up to temperature. It's just below boiling. You don't want it to actually boil because it could curdle the heavy cream. And now we're gonna add in our Parmesan cheese. We're gonna whisk it in.
So about how much parm do you need?
This bag is about 8 ounces, at least 8 ounces. If you like it cheesier, put more in. And you can use just the regular Parmesan cheese that you would get in the green can from the grocery store. But we decided to go a little fancy today. And it's thickening up. Alright, we are now ready to assemble. And we have our Alfredo sauce. We're going to put just a little bit down in the bottom, just to coat like you would a regular lasagna. Just kind of move it around. Alright. Now for the first layer, we're going to layer our noodles. Now these are the oven ready noodles, so we didn't have to pre-boil them. And that's also why you want a little bit of extra sauce, so that they have enough liquid to absorb. Alright, now we're going to add some more sauce. And now it's time for our chicken. Now we're going to add some of our green peas. And to add just a little bit extra, we're going to add in some shredded mozzarella to give it more of that lasagna feel with the cheese. Alright, so we've got our first layer done, and we're going to go ahead and finish layering it up. Alright, we're just finishing up our last layer here. We're going to add in more peas. And actually, I've got a few noodles left over. I think I'm going to put them on top and add like a breadcrumb topping on top to give it a little added crunch.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
There's that. I'm going to save what we have left of the sauce. There we go. I'm going to add the sauce now. Make sure to cover the pasta as best you can. Just trying to get every last little bit out of here. Now we're going to top it with some more cheese, some more of the mozzarella to kind of keep it all together. Alright, now just to bring the Parmesan flavor back in, we're gonna add a sprinkling of Parmesan, and as you see, we've already used all of the good stuff that Dante brought. So we're back to the green can. And now, just gonna take regular breadcrumbs and just kind of sprinkle them over the top. As the lasagna cooks in the oven, they will get crispy and brown and toasted and just give a nice little added crunch to the top. And this will cook for probably 35 to 45 minutes. Now we just need to let it sit for about 5 to 8 minutes.